I felt a chill run down my spine as I stepped out into the misty streets of London. The fog had settled heavily, casting an eerie blanket over the city. I quickened my pace, hoping to find solace in the bustling crowd. But as I glanced over my shoulder, I saw a figure lurking in the shadows, a silhouette that sent shivers down my spine. It began with small things, an occasional glimpse of movement out of the corner of my eye, a faint whisper that seemed to linger in the air. At first, I dismissed it as mere paranoia, a figment of my imagination fueled by the ominous atmosphere. But the encounters grew bolder, more sinister. I found myself catching glimpses of the figure at every turn, a tall, dark figure, draped in an old-fashioned cloak, stalking me relentlessly through the labyrinthine streets. Its face remained hidden beneath the hood, but its presence was suffocating, like a predator closing in on its prey. Night after night, I would feel its presence growing stronger, its heavy footsteps echoing behind me. Panic consumed me, and I began to lose sleep, fearing the moment I would turn around and come face to face with the figure haunting my every step. One evening, I sought refuge in an ancient pub, hoping to escape the relentless pursuit. The warmth and laughter inside offered a momentary respite from the nightmare that had become my life. But as I glanced into the smudged mirror behind the bar, my blood ran cold. There, staring back at me, was the figure, standing just outside the door, its eyes filled with an unfathomable darkness. Terrified, I stumbled backward, drawing the attention of those around me. But to my horror, nobody else could see the figure. They saw only an empty street, devoid of any presence. It was as if I alone had been chosen to bear witness to this malevolent entity. Days turned into weeks, and my once vibrant life became a waking nightmare. The figure followed me relentlessly, always one step behind, its presence growing stronger with each passing day. Sleep became a distant memory as nightmares bled into reality. I became a shell of my former self, consumed by fear and paranoia. One fateful night, I found myself cornered in a desolate alleyway. The figure emerged from the shadows, its cloak billowing in an unseen wind. As it stepped closer, a voice echoed in my mind, cold and devoid of mercy. "You cannot escape me," it whispered, sending shivers down my spine. "You belong to me now." With a surge of adrenaline, I turned and ran, desperation fueling my every step. But no matter how fast I ran, the figure matched my pace effortlessly. It was as if the city itself conspired against me, keeping me within its clutches. As dawn broke, I collapsed on the steps of an ancient cathedral, my body weak and battered. The figure stood a few feet away, its presence overwhelming. But as sunlight bathed the city, the figure retreated, dissolving into the morning mist. To this day, I am haunted by the memories of that fateful encounter. The figure may have left, but its mark remains etched deep within my soul. I live in constant fear, knowing that one day it may return to claim what is rightfully mine, a life forever entwined with the darkness that stalked me through the misty streets,